Good morning, everybody. What a mess this world is in. What with the politicians, all the corruption, all the oil spills that are in the Gulf, oil spills that are off the coast of Nigeria that we don't hear about, all the pollution of the air, all the pollution of the sea, and all the pollution of the land. What can we do about it? Well, when we think about it, it is killing us all. Firstly, all the sparrows in England have just about disappeared. This is not due to the bird flu from Asia or China or wherever it came from. This is due to the slug pellets which are put out into our gardens to kill the slugs. Now the birds have been eating these and they have been dying because of them. Now, a long time ago I did some crop spraying with aircraft. Now, the environment and environmentalists have said that these aircraft have polluted the land and everything else. Well, that is a fallacy, because the aircraft that were flying actually were putting out a less concentrated chemical than what the farmers put out in a tractor. Now, if an airplane flies and fertilizes or sprays a field, it draws attention. But when a tractor is on a field, putting out neat, absolute neat chemicals onto the ground, which is going into the ground and into our water supply, nobody takes any notice. So this is the answer about a lot of the birds which are dying in England. We are not looking after these animals and these birds. We are now putting chemicals around the seeds that we put into the ground. These birds eat this chemical and they die. When we poison animals, other birds like hawks will eat the animals and consequently they die also. Now we need these birds, we need ladybirds, all the other bugs which help to counteract the other animals and other diseases which are on this land. And we don't know enough about why these small bugs and why these animals are on our land and on this earth. All we do is complain about them and kill them. Now the bird population has been depleted immensely. It's up to the governments of England and all around Europe and everybody else to start looking at our soil, our agricultural and our air, land and sea. The sea is polluted all around the east coast of England where the Sizewell Power Station is. Fish are coming out of the water with one eye, they're coming out with malformed, and we don't see them when we see them in a fish shop. The seas are being depleted of all the fish. There is no fish farming anymore. We are just taking and not giving back. Consequently, our future generations are here to suffer because we are not doing anything about it. All we are interested in, and the governments are interested in, are taxing us. They tax us with value-added tax. Any tax they can find to put onto us, they will tax us. They have no idea about creating businesses or anything else except thieving money off the people to pay for ill-forgotten gains themselves. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. Robin Cook sent £37 million over to Zimbabwe for the farmers in Zimbabwe. The money went missing. Where has this money gone? Nobody cares and nobody's asked the question why. I'm asking these questions and I want answers. As a taxpayer in the United Kingdom, and I'm working in India, I pay taxes here and I pay tax in the United States. I demand from these filthy scumbags an answer to what they do with our money. The President of the United States, he's become elected, but what's he doing? Well, he's on a glorified holiday, flying that 747 around with Miss Pelosi in a 757, while people are losing their houses and losing their jobs in the United States. They have done nothing about immigration except come after the people who are tourists and green card holders and demanded re-entry visas and everything else for them to pay for their ill-forgotten gains and what they want to do. Politicians are people who are here today and gone tomorrow people. And none of them, from Margaret Thatcher to other prime ministers and presidents of the United States, have done absolute nothing for the basic person and the middle class man or the multi-millionaire of these countries. All they've done is to take the money and gone and retired after the people have thrown them out because of their stupid, idiotic ways and their policies of trying to run a country which they have no idea, no clue whatsoever. All we are doing now, we are in a war in Iraq, which we should never have gone into. Our men are being picked off like flies sitting at a shooting range at a fairground. I don't see any politicians there. I don't see Miss Pelosi there at Kandahar. I don't see these people going there and talking to the Taliban or sorting out the problems. I find that Saudi Arabia is one of the best countries. They have the right idea. If you work in Saudi Arabia, you're a contractor. You don't work in Saudi Arabia. You can't buy land there. You can't have a Bible. You can't have a church in Saudi Arabia. You are white. You are trash. You are white trash. And they want what you have to train their people. And once you've done that, get the hell out of our country because we don't need you. We want Muslims here and you're not Saudi Arabian, so we don't need you. We just need your expertise, and once you've trained us, you can go home. We don't need you. This is a Muslim country and will remain that way. But what do we do in England? We allow the Saudi Arabians, we allow the Arabs, we allow everybody else possible to come into our countries and open mosques and do what they want to do, drink when they can't drink in their own countries, and they come and they go on Social Security, take all our money and then clear off back to wherever they come from. Our governments, the white governments of Britain and other places, are absolutely filthy scumbags. They have done nothing for the basic people of this England or whatsoever. All they've done is to look after themselves. Harold Wilson let in all the immigrants from Uganda. Enoch Powell told them not to let them in because we are a small island and we cannot sustain all the people coming in. We don't care what colour you are. We've allowed you in, but you brought your own ways with you, and you haven't come and done and mingled with the people of England and appreciated their ways and their policies and their laws. You brought your own laws and your own ways into our country, which have ruined it. We don't want you in our country. We want you out of our country. England is a white Christian country. It is not Muslim, and if you want to practice being Muslim, go to Saudi Arabia or Pakistan and join the Taliban. We don't want you in England, okay? And the same with America. It's based on Christianity, and we are Christians. We don't mind if you come and you practice your religion as a Muslim, but don't throw it into our faces. We are not interested, and we do not want to hear from you about what you do, your Sharia law or whatsoever. If you want to be beaten up by men, bullied by stupid, ignorant men who haven't got the guts to come up and fight anybody else, then you put up with it. The women of Afghanistan, Saudi Arabian, should raise up against these people, against these men who are bullies, fat slobs, and should be beaten. These men should be beaten. They haven't got the guts to come after any white man face to face. They have to come in and sneak in from behind the background and come in through the back door. They don't have the guts to come up there and fight man to man. They have to go up and kill people and then hide up and sneak up into the little rat holes like Osama bin Laden. I met Osama bin Laden's brother Yeslim in Paris. He was a nice man, but he never had any good thoughts about his own brother. And Osama bin Laden hiding up in Kandahar and in Afghanistan like a rat with all the money and wants to kill all the whites. Well, Osama, we'll tell you one thing, boy. you haven't come across too many people like me, because if you did, and I was in charge of the country, I'll tell you what, Saudi Arabia wouldn't be on the face of this earth now. And all of you Muslims had better start realising that the white people are absolutely fed up with all this trash, and what you put up and you keep on pushing us around. One day we'll get a band of men together, and I'm going to tell you this now, you're going to wish you were not born, because there won't be any of you left. If you think that we're being pushed around too much, you're pushing the governments around, like the stupid governments of America, like Obama, who's a Muslim from Kenya, and this other idiot, Gordon Brown and Cameron, who have got no backbone to them whatsoever. Absolutely scumbags looking after their own benefits. Gordon Brown kept on hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. The man should have known that he's not wanted and should have got out. But with Tony Blair, that man went into the Iraq war knowing that he should not have gone into it. He was told by high-ranking people, do not go into Iraq. George Bush was told, do not go into Iraq. Saddam Hussein was not a bad man. He ruled Iraq, and I'll tell you this now, he kept the scumbags away from who killing him, who wanted to take over from Saddam. He controlled the people that were trying to kill him, yet what did we do? We had to go in and kill him and murder him, and allow all these people, their own people, to go and thieve 4,000 years of antiquities. Where are these all gone to? Look at Iraq now. What a mess up. The United States thought they're just going to go walking in there and allow everybody to do it. Half the time you can't blame the people for being uprising against America or Britain, because by us being there, we are creating more people against us. Because I'm telling you this now, if somebody came to my country and invaded it, I'd pick up a gun and I'd go after them also. And what am I? Do they call me a terrorist or a freedom fighter? There are many differences between freedom fighters who are fighting for the liberty of their country, or from the Taliban who are beating up women and cutting people's heads off for no reason whatsoever. Dirty, filthy scumbags who are illiterate and have not been to school whatsoever, and try to take all the things and get easy pickings of whatever they want. I am absolutely disgusted the way the Chinese have gone into Greece, have now taken over Piraeus port for all their cheap, shoddy goods coming into Europe. They've taken over the land in America, bought up farms. They've bought over places in Canada and also England, and come into there with all the cheap, shoddy goods. Everything in England now is made in China. I even bought an Indian cowboy belt in the United States. I took it home, made in China. Absolutely disgusting when all the craftsmen and all the men from the past who have had skills have all died off now, and these skills have not been passed on to the future generations. We are now into a crisis of financial problems all around the world due to thieving banks. And I heard today that the Sony executive was given $8.8 million as a bonus when people are being laid off. I'm telling you, this is an absolutely disgrace that these banks and these thieves in the higher ranking things are getting away with it. And I'm about to start up again, a band of men together, special forces men, who will come after these people, and when we do, you're going to wish you weren't born. And I mean the top people, presidents, kings, queens, whoever the hell you are. You think that you can do whatever you want because you're in power for a small period of time of 3 years, and you can tell high-ranking people what you're going to do and send men to war so they lose their lives in countries while you sit back at home drinking Dom Perignon champagne with your finger stuck up your backside and not doing a damn thing about it. I don't see Prince Charles over in Afghanistan. I don't see the other ones there on the front line of Kandahar. I don't see Osama bin Laden worrying about too many things. I see Obama is up his arse a foot and is agreeing for what Osama bin Laden's doing. They're about the same names anyway. I find the Americans and the British troops need to get out of Afghanistan. We don't need Afghanistan. It's a place full of rocks, desert, sand and dust, same as Iraq. The people of Iraq, the people of Afghanistan should rule their own selves. The British have known Afghanistan since 1700. The English have been there, the Russians have been there. It's an unmanned, untamed country, and only the people of Afghanistan can rule their own selves. We cannot police this place at all. It's about time America and England stop going into countries and interfering with the local authorities there and trying to tell them what to do. Once you're south of the 58th parallel, you're on your own. And all I say in this now, and I say it with a real good warning to everybody who listens and watches this video, do not go into Iran. But what will happen is Iran is making a nuclear bomb. Again, an absolutely disgrace for a country who wants a nuclear bomb in this day and age. Nobody needs a nuclear bomb. If Iran exploded a nuclear bomb and there's an oil well nearby to it, it could trigger that off there. It could create such an earthquake that all the oil and the water rush in to the hot core of the earth, and all the steam that there could absolutely blow this earth wide apart. It's about time all you people, from the basic people who have no houses to the kings and queens of Saudi Arabia and all around the world, and all the leaders from China and Russia, need to watch this video, and you need to get your damn selves organized once and for all and make the whole environment much better. And stop all this housing, control birth so that you don't have so many children all over the damn place that can't have jobs. We need to create more for the people of this world. And all we keep on doing, same as India, is to build, build, build. This place in India also, I've been here, worked here, I've seen all the dirty, filthy water, all the people spitting in the street, the waste, the garbage, all over the place. What an absolute disgrace for a country for the year 2010. Nobody damn well cares. The land, the sea, the air is polluted. The only thing is that I can trust is if you got 4 legs, I'll trust you. If you're a man, woman, or anybody else there, I don't like you. I don't trust you, and I don't want to know anything about you. I have no friends, and I don't want any, okay? And those that want to get in contact with me will do so, and I'm only interested in special forces people or people of high character to start up a new Masonic group similar to like the SAS and the SEALs of America. We'll start this up there, and we'll come after the scumbags of this world who go after women, children, and who just want to do the damage to this earth. We will come after you, and when we do, you'll wish you were not born. This is my views. If you don't like them, I don't damn well care, okay?